Alright guys, welcome back to Racing Direct. We've got a pretty interesting topic we do have to jump into today because there's a lot of wild rumors floating around Formula 1 about where their next Grand Prix is going to be. So, always the magic words, make sure you are subscribed because that helps so much. Like the video, leave the comments, let's jump right into it. So, some recent reports, or some rumors, or whatever you want to call them, recently emerged that Formula 1 was looking at a potential fourth race in the United States, and this one was going to be a street race in Chicago. Now, obviously, these rumors had some pretty mixed reactions from the fans. Some people liked it, and I would say a majority didn't like the idea of it. It's no secret that there are some people that already believe that 3 races in the United States is already too many. So the idea of Formula 1 possibly adding a fourth really drove a lot of people pretty crazy. And Chicago was a pretty interesting pick. They don't have a history with Formula 1, of course. There have been so many American street circuits over the years throughout the Formula 1 championship. You can look back at Dallas, Long Beach, Phoenix, Detroit. But Chicago was actually a new one, if, of course, this one actually went through. It was supposed to be a street circuit around the harbor, I think by the football field as well, where the Chicago Bears play. But again, this was just rumors. These were renderings of where the street circuit might be. And ultimately, the source was not a major trusted figure. So people were sort of wondering what is going on here. Are they actually going to go? Is this thing legit? Is Formula 1 actually going to have a fourth American race? Well, we kind of have our answer now. So the rumor was building up enough traction that Formula 1 executives, including Stefano Domenicali, did have to issue some statements addressing these rumors of a potential Chicago street race and a fourth American Grand Prix. Well, they did come out and they shut those rumors down. They said there is absolutely no interest at the moment for a fourth race in the United States. They're more than happy with COTA, Las Vegas, and Miami. There's no reason for them to add another one. Now, full disclosure, he did say at the present time, so who knows, maybe down the road or in the future they might actually add a fourth American race and drive people totally insane. But we'll just have to see what happens there. But as of right now, there is no fourth race happening in the US. Formula 1 is not going to Chicago. You also have to remember, Chicago currently hosts a NASCAR street race, so doing NASCAR and Formula 1 in the same city in the same year, that is a massive challenge for one city. I don't really know how they'd be able to pull that off, to be honest. So yeah, these rumors are definitely not going to happen. But it's no secret that there is a ton of interest from other countries and other cities who do want to host a Formula 1 race. So where could Formula 1's next Grand Prix possibly be? Well, we also did get some insight into that as well. It turns out that Formula 1's main target that they are looking to expand on is Asia. Of course, right now we have the Chinese Grand Prix, the Japanese Grand Prix. We also head down to Australia, but Formula 1 really wants another marquee event in this region. Now, it seems like the front runners for these East Asian races are Incheon Street Circuit in South Korea and a Bangkok Street Circuit in Thailand. It does sound like Thailand currently has the edge. And for Korea, it wouldn't be new for them to host a Formula 1 race. They went there for a few years at the purpose-built road course, the Korea International Raceway, which is honestly pretty interesting track. We had some decent racing there as well back in the early 2010s, but things just didn't work out. Now the city of Incheon, which is just outside of Seoul, they are looking to jump on the street race bandwagon and potentially get another Korean Grand Prix going soon. But on that note, Bangkok is also very interested in hosting their own street race and having the first ever Thai Grand Prix, and does sound like they have a slight edge over Korea at the moment, and this could be the likely destination for the next Formula 1 race. Now, Formula 1 also stated they are not looking to expand the calendar beyond 24 races, so something would obviously have to be dropped if this Thai Grand Prix goes through. Unfortunately, that does mean that some of these classic European circuits and venues are under threat. The likes of Spa, Monza, Zandvoort, they don't really have long-term deals in place, and they honestly seem like the likely candidates to get the axe if a new Grand Prix gets introduced, and Formula 1 keeps their stance on not wanting to expand past 24 races. Now, this is incredibly alarming for so many reasons, and Domenicali did state if some of these older venues don't want to innovate and create some swankier and fancier infrastructure for their circuits, that they are going to get left behind. It's really, really disappointing to hear something like that there's actually a chance of Formula 1 just completely losing a lot of its history with some of these tracks. I really, really don't like this choice of words from Domenicali personally. I think it's going to be a terrible decision to leave some of these venues behind. And if some of the popularity in these new regions does dwindle off and Formula 1 tries to go crawling back to these venues into the future, it would just not be a very good look. And yeah, come on, Spa, Zandvoort, Monza, like these kinds of tracks just have to be there. They are driver circuits. A giant bulk of the Formula 1 fan base is living in these countries too. You just cannot leave them behind. It would be a very bad idea. And of course, I'm not opposed to expanding to new regions either. That is obviously great, but you have to do it to an extent, and you have to make sure that you cannot treat these other venues badly. And on that note, if they really are serious about expanding more into Eastern Asia, I think we'd all love to see Sepang come back, the Malaysian Grand Prix. That is one of the best looking tracks we've had in the modern era, especially when you look at Herman Tilke's other track designs. They're kind of nicknamed the Tilkedromes. They're very cookie cutter and not the most exciting things in the world. The Sepang circuit is an absolute gem. I really hope that comes back one day. But just to recap that, it does sound like the Thai Grand Prix is steaming ahead, and we honestly might see this in the not too distant future, a street race on Bangkok roads. It's a total mystery where this would actually take place within the city, what neighborhood they would use. Again, this is all just talk that's going on right now. No plans have actually been revealed, but you already know if there's this much interest from the country and Domenicali has already acknowledged them and stated that they are the front runners, I would say it's pretty obvious that this is going to likely happen at some point in the near future. So guys, give me your thoughts. What do you think about the rumors of Formula 1's next Grand Prix in Thailand or South Korea? And what would your pick be for a new Grand Prix? Would you like to go back to an old track that was previously on the calendar? Would you like to see them go somewhere they've never been before and try something completely different? I want to hear it, so leave those comments down below. Again, I'll remind you to hit subscribe, share the videos. Thanks always for the support, everybody. We'll see you all next time.